Doesn't mean it's back to business as usual for some local companies.
In fact, operators are facing tough new rules and regulations, and that could mean more job cuts. 11 News reporter Lee Ferlisi spoke with one company trying to hold on to employees during these challenging times. What are they saying, Lee?
Well, they're saying that they are working very hard at holding on to those employees. And as you know, Greg and Lucy, that deep water drilling moratorium was lifted a week ago. Yet locally, there are still some real concerns. Experts say you just have to look at what's happening to the Gulf shallow water drilling business to get an idea of what's going to happen to the deep water rigs. With the deep water drilling moratorium lifted, you would think you'd see big rigs back in business, but experts say think again. Because if history repeats itself, the shallow water drilling business may be a cautionary tale. A quarter of the Gulf's shallow water rigs sit idle, and experts say the numbers will grow.
Idle by Halloween, about 60% of the shallow water rigs will be idle.
The shallow water moratorium was lifted in May, but people like Jim Noe of Hercules Offshore Drilling says just about a dozen drilling permits have been issued since then. Before the Deepwater Horizon explosion, about a dozen were issued a month.
Far from a celebration, what we've seen is rigs going idle because the Obama bureaucrats have refused to issue permits.
The White House says it has good reason to slow the permitting process.
Somebody can drill only when they satisfy the government that they have a process in place to deal with a worst-case scenario.
The slow permitting has cost jobs. One expert says at least 8,000 in the Gulf drilling states.
Well, the numbers will grow. The numbers will definitely grow. We're not out of the woods yet until we reach this catch-up phase. And
worried about the future, local politicians held a forum on the issue.
Our first game plan is to get these permits issued, both in shallow and deep water.
We've got to get these rigs up and going again because they're going to go overseas.
The slowdown has places like Hercules.
We're clinging to our workers as long as possible.
Looking for the next place it can do business, even if it means leaving the Gulf. If the slow permitting continues, Noe predicts 31 of the 44 shallow water rigs will be idle by Thanksgiving. He's concerned the same story could play out for deep water rigs. We're in the newsroom. Lee Ferlisi, 11 News.
More people are shopping for new homes, and that has